Hey friends, welcome back to another video. So today we're just going to be doing a few little things to the Civic, and that's basically just rolling the guards. So as you guys would have seen in the first video of this car, it does scrub quite a lot after we fitted up these wheels.
Oh Brian, don't keep on that. Jesus fucking Christ.
So I'm hoping just to roll back the guards a little bit, and that should give us enough clearance that they stop rubbing on the guards.
So this is what the current clearance is like. As you can see, there is none. So hopefully we can roll the guards and get this black lip here a bit more flush, and that way we'll be able to stop scrubbing the wheel so much, which you can see is happening here on the wheel.
Alright, so the first thing you got to do, as always, is crack your wheel nuts while the car's on the ground, jack the car up, get the wheels off, and then we'll set up for the guard rolling. Alright guys, this is your fender, they call it a fender reforming tool, or your guard roller. So essentially this bottom piece here, that goes onto the hub, and you just hold that on with a couple of wheel nuts. Then you've got this top section which goes on the top here, and that's what actually presses up against the guard to form that, and then you've just got a handle here which you just put through here, and that helps you spin it around. So I guess the main reason you'd probably want to do this yourself is that guard rolling is really expensive. I got a couple of quotes to have the guards rolled on this car just because I was feeling lazy, and I mean you're paying around $75, $50 a corner, so $200 to $300 for someone to roll your guards, when this tool you can probably buy for $40 to $60, and then you've got it, and then your other friends can use it and all that sort of thing. So it's really expensive to pay someone to do it. Obviously they're pros, and if you really like your car and you're worried about damaging the guard or the paint, maybe just pay them. But if you're like me and it's just a whatever car and you don't want to spend a third of the car's value on getting the guards rolled, then I definitely recommend just like chipping in with your mates or borrowing a guard roller and doing it yourself.
So the guard roller is on the wheel. We've disengaged the on the hub, I should say. We've disengaged the rear handbrake, so the roller can move freely. And you can see I haven't quite set it up against the guard yet. But what you want to do to protect your paint and try and stop it from cracking is actually heat it up to soften the paint a little bit. This will help prevent any chance of cracking the paint. Not to say that it's foolproof, and I have even seen professional guard rollers crack paint. Some cars are harder than others, but you know, it helps mitigate the risk. So just grab your hairdryer, or if you've got one, a heat gun, and apply it. With the heat gun, be careful not to get too hot, because I have seen, you know, especially with the rubber and the plastics underneath, and even the paint, you can heat it to the point where it sort of bubbles. So heat guns, you have to be careful. Hair dryers, you can just get them nice and warm, and then we can start rolling the guards. So I just get the guards there so they're a little bit warm to touch, and now we can start rolling. So there's a little bit of trial and error in terms of getting the tool set up correctly. What I try and do is start off more flat and then gradually increase the angle. If you start really harsh, it'll be really hard to get a nice lip. So you start flat, do a few rolls, increase the angle, do a few rolls, increase the angle, increase, and then you should get a pretty nice fold on the inside of the guard. So I've started just doing a couple of rolls back and forth to see what my position's like, and I've noticed this black lining is just falling out. So what I'm going to do is just pull this off. A little bit of rust under here already, so I'll just try and pull this rubber stuff off, and then that'll make it a lot easier for us to get at the guard. Now you can see that black lining's gone. We can see the guard a bit better, so I'm going to try and just line up the roller here. Put a bit of pressure on the guard, not too much because we're just starting, and just give it a quick once around just to see how we're going. So I'm going to stop at this point here because I don't want to go past here, it's a bit more difficult, and really I only need to clear this section on the wheel. So I just do a few passes like this, and then I'll put a bit more pressure on. keep going again. And we just keep going like this, just keep applying a bit more pressure, keep rolling it. And just take occasional breaks to add some more heat to keep the paint warm. I'm running into a bit of a problem where whenever I'm applying more pressure on the tool, you know, which basically pushes it harder up against the guard here. So I'm putting more pressure on the tool, putting more pressure on the guard. What's actually happening is the suspension is just extending. So there's not actually any pressure going onto the guard. This might just be due to the fact that the suspension is old and shitty. I'm not sure. I've never had this issue before. So what I might do is get a bit creative with a mallet.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
Alright, so I've got a mallet here with two ends. It's got a white end and a black end. The white end's a bit softer. It's a softer compound than the black. And we'll see if we can just start getting this to lip over. It seems to be working pretty good. I don't know if you can see it on the video, but it's already starting to lip over. So I'm just going to switch to the black side and get a bit more pressure into it. So you can see it's starting to lip over already. So that's it from side on. So now we just need to get it a bit flatter and a bit neater. But I'm just going to keep going with the hammer for a bit because this guard roller is just not doing anything for me. I'll let you down. I got frustrated because the suspension kept bouncing down whenever I put pressure on, so I just could not get any pressure with the guard roller. I gave in and I ended up just hammering the shit out of the guard. So I kind of fucked shit up, really. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh, that's nasty.
At least, like, I mean, that's the worst part. Bit of paint crack showing there. I'll touch this up at some point, maybe. But the guard's looking a lot flatter. I'll get a torch on this in a second. So we've got clearance, which is the main thing, I guess. But yeah, so if you were watching this video hoping for, you know, some helpful information on how to roll guards, I apologize, but I'm going to get back to hammering the shit out of the rest of these guards. But because I'm a jackass and have hammered the guards and cracked the paint, I'm just going to hit it with a bit of top coat clear, just to try and stop it from rusting too quick until I can get it fixed properly. Is what you guys want, right? High quality car modifications. This is the front wheel well. You can see it's got a guard liner and then a very, very small lip. Don't know what to do about this because the car does rub, and you can see that's why these liners aren't fitting on there properly anymore, because the wheels have been rubbing and sort of moving them across. Maybe I'll just cut out this section of the guard liner just up against here. And just see what that does. Alright, because I'm an ape, I've decided what I'm going to do is just cut. So you can see there's just this liner just along the edge here. So I've cut it there. And then I've cut it there. And I'm just going to take this section out. And hopefully that'll stop the wheels from scrubbing.
Now that's what I'm talking about. How to build a car. Broken.
Don't hit it with the hammer.
Why?
Because it's the tool of a pikey.
This is what I've done. You can see the guard lining's gone. And the lip's pretty smooth. Got a lot more clearance. All I can say about what I'm doing right now is that I'm not proud of it. And stancing a car is a stupid thing to do. It's just lucky that this car's only worth a few $100s otherwise. I would never ever do this to any car intentionally, if you were actually planning, you know, to look after it. Stupid things to do. I don't understand why people would choose to do this on like a newer car. I know that people do these on like Evos and like cars that are actually worth something and are actually fast. I don't really understand it, but you know what, for our purposes we're just trying to make some wheels that are worth more than the car fit. So really the wheels are more important than the car. I guess it goes down to that thing of, you know, buying wheels to fit your car as opposed to changing your car to fit the wheels. And I'm definitely a fan of option A, and that's usually what I go for. But for some reason I've gone down this road with this car and with this build, and I don't know, I guess we'll just see. Hopefully all these drastic changes I'm making to the guards will actually mean that I can drive the car without scrubbing, which is such a stupid thing, but anyway, let's see.
So although my approach was very heavy-handed, you can see I now have heaps of clearance, whereas before there was literally none. So I guess it's worked, but we'll see once we drive it. But yeah, it's definitely a lot better. Obviously the guard, not so much, but the clearance, yes. You can see here, that's where it was rubbing before, so hopefully we're all good. We don't want to damage our Jingyus anymore. High quality tyres. The last thing I'm going to do is take off these mud flaps. They, when the car's on the ground, have one finger like this, literally clearance to the floor. So they just constantly scrub on everything, and they're just getting ripped up. So I'm just going to take those off. The guards are all bashed to shit, so they're good to go. And once these are off, then we're done, and I can show you guys what I did on the inside last night. Everything's done. The mud flaps are off. I gave them a quick tidy up just to wipe down all the dirt off. Looks pretty good. I mean, if you go up close, you can sort of. I think this guard was fine. Not really any marks on that one. There's the other one. I think you have to go up close really to see the imperfections I've created. Yeah, there it is. But you know, from back here, you don't even notice it. And if it means it's drivable, then it is a win. So obviously we've done the JDM mods, bro. Chucked on the Broadway. But this is what I really wanted to show you guys. This is a 350mm Nardi deep corn. It's a genuine wheel. I've had it sitting in my house for a while now, and I just haven't had a chance to use it. So it's brand new, and I fitted up with a HKB boss kit, and I think it suits the car really nicely. It looks pretty much period correct, and it's really nice to drive. The best thing about it is it gives me more clearance for my knees when I'm driving. My knees used to hit the steering wheel, so I had to sit with my legs like this when I was driving. So that's really good, and it's a lot nicer in hand, and it's a lot smaller as well, so it feels better. Alright guys, so I think that'll do me for this video. Thanks for watching as always, and feel free to like and subscribe. Thank you guys who've recently put in orders for stickers, I appreciate it. They're going to be going out today. So I guess until next time, we might be doing some more things on this car, I'm not too sure yet. I've been requested to do another Sydney driving roads video, so I'm going to try and do that. I want to get a better car than this Civic for that video though, something a little bit more suited. So we'll see how that goes, and a few other ideas here and there floating around. So there'll be some more content coming. I appreciate you guys sticking around, and we'll see you next time. Bye!